Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. Um, I've already done a couple of zodiacs on their own, and I have to tell you, once again, my videos are not processing. So, regardless, there is a Taurus video, a Libra, a Virgo, and a Leo video, all of which are released right now. So you guys will find those in their respective playlists. But for all the rest of the zodiacs, I knew I wouldn't be able to get to everybody tonight unless I did it in one big video. So I will be going through these right now, and we're going to go Capricorn first, then we'll do Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Aquarius, Sag, Aries, Ophiuchus, and I still will throw Cancer in at the very end also, okay? So let's go ahead and just so we get a little something for all of the zodiacs. I'm sorry, I've been away for a couple days. I had a kind of a loss in my life, and so I needed to work through that a little bit. So I am just now kind of settled myself and back. But really nice to be here and sending you guys tons and tons of love. Let's go ahead and get to this, shall we? So Capricorn, here we go. And I will timestamp these at the very end once I am done, okay? But for starters, Capricorn, what do we have? All right, Capricorns. We have the Star and the Empress. That actually starts out like a wish could be coming true. And it could be a wish that a character has had for something to like really blossom or give birth in their life. So we could have a very big wish fulfillment coming true. Now we could also have something going on with Capricorn's like mother figure. Two of Pentacles. I don't think so. I think this is Capricorn about to have like a really big wish come true, and they're almost going to say, well, since I didn't expect this, I'm not sure what to do with this a little bit. Two of Pentacles is, it's juggling things. Ooh, Justice. Is Capricorn going to be a little bit frustrated? Like, this is great, but why now? Hanged Man, King of Wands. Somebody, hi, Sassy S. Great to see you, babe. Somebody is, I don't know, either in their feels about Capricorn and is showing up, and Capricorn's like, great, now of all freaking times. Are you kidding me? Now they're going to reach out. Especially, a King of Wands who maybe previously was like not coming to visit, and now suddenly they are, and it may not be a bad thing, but it might also come at the time when something else wonderful is happening in Capricorn's life. I mean, Capricorn could have just, like, right when they get a job offer that's everything they wanted, or their business is taking off and they can't possibly take time away, now suddenly love comes in at the same time. And it's like, does everything have to flood me that's good all at once? This feels a little unfair, because how do I enjoy it all? I think oftentimes that happens where nothing happens, and then suddenly something does. Hi, Annette Summersby. So nice to see you, Angel. Five of Pentacles. It feels like Capricorn's going to be worried. What if I'm not going to be able to give adequate attention to both of these wonderful things in my life? Six of Swords. Because I'm going to feel like I'm missing out on something. And then I think Capricorn's just going to have to make peace with it and say, I can only give the amount of time that I have. So if there is a romantic partner coming in at the same time, something big is going to be happening in Capricorn's life, where it could be, I mean, like literally, this could be all job related stuff. And then in walks love. And it's like, how am I supposed to manage all this? I just got this great promotion. Well, instead of missing out, I kind of think Capricorn's going to have to find a way to say, let me just move into calmer waters as I think about this. Let me not stress out too hard. We have Nine of Cups upright. We have Two of Cups. Even though it could be a little bit too busy, it just says that if this King of Wands who's coming into Capricorn's life is the right person, oh my gosh, it won't matter. These two will make it work, even if it's a lot to juggle. Now, it could also be that someone would be willing to move with Capricorn. And I do feel like with that new giving birth to a new life energy, I'm wondering if Capricorn's going to have something change dramatically and significantly in their life, where it's like, I'm actually about to move away, and now I'm meeting the love of my life. How is this possible? I just got that job transfer. It is very possible that this person would go with Capricorn, even if it's a new romance. And that could speak volumes of just how connected this person is, how much they want to be with Capricorn, which I think would be just a beautiful testament. Like, I'll go where you go because I'm here and leaving on that midnight train to Georgia. That is one of the most romantic songs ever. I love that song. Got to board the midnight train to Georgia. I've got to go. He's got to go. I love Gladys Knight. All right, we are going to move on next and get to Scorpio. You guys, thanks so much for being here. Hi, Shauna, Angie, Leo Queen, Adriana, RT. Hi, babe. And Shauna, welcome, sweetheart. Victoria Rose Noir, wonderful to see you. All right, Scorpio is up next, coming in at 5:27. All right, here we go. Scorpio. Also, if you guys are looking for Leo, Virgo, Taurus, or Libra, those are already posted as full-length videos, but my videos are not processing again tonight. So anyway, so let me get to everybody else in this video, though. So we have Magician and we have the 5 of Cups upright. Well, Scorpio, we do have possibly whomever is in a feminine energy manifesting peace and calm, which is fantastic. That's what we all need more of. But it's the exact opposite for possibly this masculine. He seems lost. She seems centered. She seems like she's practically levitating and she's got pretty good image of what she wants her life to look like. And he looks like either the pathway that he's chosen in life is not very happy. He's not feeling content. Definitely some kind of stress related to this. And then with this Justice card, it's like, oh, this is actually the balancing of the scales. Not to sound mean, but I kind of think Scorpio might be in a really good energetic space and somebody else is not. High Priest. That's the Hierophant in any other deck. It's funny because normally it's just like a card of like opening up our crown chakra, but here we can clearly see like there's like a belief system that is like blocking somebody from actually crossing that river. So I'm wondering if that's what it boils down to. Now, it could be the reverse. It could be that Scorpio is feeling like, man, I feel kind of lost. How come everybody else's life seems to be like just balanced and blossoming and everything's going so good, and then I seem unable to like get across that river? Why is it always unfair? But this says that there may be a blockage. Alicia on her path. Thank you, Angel. Firefly T8C, you are now a member, and that is courtesy of Alicia on her path. Thank you, Angel. You're so generous. Thank you. We have Queen of Cups upright. I don't know. I don't think so. I think that the person in white here is depicting, because it's the same person, and I think this is depicting Scorpio. I think Scorpio might be in a really good head and heart space at the moment. Thank you so much, Alicia on her path. It's wonderful to see you too, sweetheart. This does not feel like it's Scorpio who's stuck somewhere. It feels like the other person is. And I almost think Scorpio is like wishing them well, if anything, wishing them high vibrations. But I want to say they could be a Taurus, they could be a water sign, they could be a Libra, but it does look like we have this karma that is coming in for somebody. Can I ask about the karma? Why do they have the karma? 8 of Wands. If they ran off in a different direction, I mean, they're standing in front of like a very wealthy house. Oh boy. Was Scorpio their 2 of Cups? Did you leave, Scorpio? Oh, they betrayed. Okay. So Scorpio is not sitting in the energy of like, oh my God, I've been betrayed. This is so painful. In fact, Scorpio, maybe this is why we see them in like this meditative state and wearing all this white and sitting in, like an amethyst crystal throne, because they've worked really hard to like purify and cleanse their energy, come to a place of peace. It's probably the most powerful thing you can ever do is to choose to find peace, especially when, it's like, oh, that was really hurtful. That was really painful, but I choose to find peace. So Scorpio looks really good in this. And I would almost say unbothered, but I think that right now, the person who, they know Scorpio was their 2 of Cups. And I don't know if they ran away from Scorpio or they quickly jumped into something somewhere else, but it was a betrayal to the connection, and it betrayed even their own heart and what they knew to be true. And I think that they can't get over Scorpio. And I think that, I mean, if they chose somebody else, maybe this person had a lot of money because they're living in this big castle-y place and they got their new shoes on, and yet they're holding a map, not caring that they're in some fabulous wealthy place. They want to be anywhere but here. So I really feel like this is somebody who's having the awakening that I did this. I didn't pick the path that I knew my heart wanted. I betrayed my own heart. Maybe I betrayed the connection with my Scorpio, and the route that I took, I don't even want to be here. And it could be a very like lucrative path or something. And it's so incredibly, such an unhappy choice that they made. And it's just showing up really heavily for them. What is the final message here just for Scorpio? Hi, Dwayne. Andrew, how are you? Nice to see you guys. Thanks for being here. We have the Fool. Look, nothing is holding our Scorpio back. And in fact, there could be a new boo coming in on the horizon. Somebody who likes backpacking. I'm picturing somebody who likes Gorp, right? I don't know. It's somebody out there like really unafraid and always seeking something more positive, which I would say that is Scorpio's energy for sure. Scorpio seems to be outdoors every time we see them, so I could see them matching really beautifully with somebody else that's outdoorsy. But I think what Scorpio's been manifesting is somebody more like themselves, somebody who maybe, kind of like walks more in the light, walks more in the, in this case, in the rainbow light. So, I think it's a really beautiful, like shift, I think, for what Scorpio is manifesting. And all I can say is that somebody really misses Scorpio and the mistakes that they made, but that is their karma right now. So, all right, next up, let's go to Pisces. We have Pisces coming in at 11:53. And again, just so you guys know, if you are looking for Libra, Virgo, Taurus, or did I say Leo already? Leo, Virgo, Libra, Leo, Taurus. Sorry, my mouth is not working. Those are full-length videos. Hi, Shell Hamilton. Nice to see you, babe. All right, Pisces. What do we got for Pisces? We have a 7 of Cups. We have a 7 of Pentacles. We have a Queen of Wands. Okay. So there's a question mark. I've been waiting a really long time, and I think I'm ready to go. I'm packed. I'm ready to exit. I'm kind of at a precipice of like, I'm not sure what the universe has in store for me exactly, but it's been a long time coming, and I think I'm ready to go. Where is Pisces going? Is this like figuratively? Hang on, sorry. The word freedom takes something. I can't read the last word because part of this, I've never noticed this before. I've always seen her just sitting on all of the suitcases and there's like writing. I didn't write that. It's in the card, but freedom takes, I think it says courage. I can't see the rest of the words, but I can see the COU and it's got to be courage. So where is Pisces going? Knight of Pentacles. Down some road that they thought they might take for a really long time. Is this about work? Is this about moving? Is this about partnership? 3 of Pentacles. It might be about work first. And this could be, I think I might want to go ahead and leave one job and maybe strike out on my own. I don't know if this is going to be Pisces starting something online, tutorials or teaching or something, because we've got like I always think this is like pimple poppers or maybe they're learning to do tattoos and showing tattooing, but they're filming it. And here on the little blackboard, it says, don't forget to like and subscribe, like it's being filmed for, like a how-to video that's going to be posted on YouTube about and this is how we do a tattoo. It just feels like this could be a whole new endeavor for Pisces, but they're ready to collaborate with somebody. Now they could be front and center. Pisces could be the talent, as they say. 10 of Pentacles. If anything, Pisces saying, look, I don't know how this is going to work, but I do know I've wanted to do this for a really long time. And I think now is the right time because honestly, other things in my life has shut down, have closed down. This literally with all the gates here, it could be that, Pisces has had a career that naturally came to a close and they're like, okay, do I do the thing I've always secretly wanted to do? Should I do it? Am I going to be good at this? Am I going to get the support around me? I think as a Queen of Wands energy that Pisces is showing up as, I don't think that they need like permission or support. I think they're pretty like, I'll do the thing that's right for me. But I will say with that 10 of Pentacles that they may need to, do something like where either they want their family to like agree, yes, this is going to be great, or they want to make sure that they can pay, and take care of their family. We have 9 of Swords. We have 5 of Cups. We have the Chariot. There's a lot of stress here, but it's stress coming from somebody else. So is this that instead that Pisces might be leaving the fam bam and striking out? Because this is like people saying, oh my God, we're going to miss you so much when you leave. We're going to miss you so much. There's something about leaving, moving, changing in this storyline. And admittedly, people that adore Pisces don't want Pisces to go. And that could be anything from co-workers to me, family is whoever we pick up in this life that we care about. I, personally have met what started out as strangers that became as dear to me as family. And then likewise, blood relatives and family members aren't even a part of my life. I know nothing about what's happening in their worlds, So I think for me, I think anybody can be considered family that you pick up in life, and they fall under your umbrella of protection. But I do see at least 2 different people, and one could be a love interest that's bummed that they didn't like patch stuff up with Pisces. They're going to find out that Pisces is leaving or Pisces is going in a new direction, and they're going to be really bummed because I think they missed out on something that they could have tried with Pisces, shared with Pisces. It feels like they did, but they only did it halfway, and they always thought about trying again because it's like the unfinished, date here. We got a bottle of champagne and a couple of glasses, but all he looks at is the 3 failed things. So it does feel like somebody's going to be really bummed that Pisces is leaving. It could be family or it could be a potential lover. So again, this could be like Pisces is going to be relocating or leaving a job and striking out on their own, doing something totally different for themselves. But it looks pretty confident. It looks like Pisces knows what they're doing, knows why they're doing it, and why they want to move forward. And maybe it's because things took too long. Maybe it's because somebody didn't ask Pisces out. Like maybe it would have been different if whomever that 5 of Cups was had said something, had done something. When people don't do something, sometimes that changes the other person's choices in life. Well, you never asked me to stay. So I love that song by Elephant. I think it's called Where Is Home? And in it, she says, and like the wind, I will blow away unless you make me stay. With that 8 of Swords in the reverse, I really think that I think it's Pisces saying, I'm not stuck in my head. I'm ready for something new. Nobody really asked me to stay in the way that I needed them to. And honestly, I have all these other dreams. And I really think, I've given enough time to certain things. And now I'm going to strike out in a different direction. Let me just ask this. Will this be successful for our Pisces? Because I'm cheering and hoping that Pisces gets everything that they need. We have Judgment and Magician. So not only will Pisces get everything that they want, but some things from their past are going to get recycled in new ways. Now, I don't know what that means exactly other than Pisces will figure that out. But I feel like either, I'm not going to say past people necessarily, although it could be that past people will show back up in Pisces life. But I'm going to suggest that whatever Pisces manifests for themselves could be built upon the foundational blocks of what they already knew in life. And they could find themselves using old talents in new ways. Lots of times, like let's say, you did something in your career and now finally you're going out and you're freelancing. Technically, you're still doing the same stuff, but now as a consultant instead of what you used to do for the business. I could see it being that like Pisces picks up clientele based off of the skills that they already had. but it's bringing something back front and center while still turning into something new. I don't know. I feel like Pisces is going to meet new people. I don't really see that particular judgment card as being like that X. I kind of think that somebody just stays really bummed that Pisces is moving on, because I don't think that they ever tried hard enough to, like, there was a chance to salvage it with Pisces and they didn't, because they only looked at, problems and failures. And I kind of think that Pisces is leaving that person behind. That's how it comes across to me anyway. All right, you guys, next up, Angie Leo Queen, you angel. Hi, Teresa. Nice to catch you. Bellum V, MJ the Capricorn, Sarah J, Milky Way. Lots of love to you guys. All right, Gemini is next, coming in at 2018. Geminis. What do we have? Gemmies, I want to go this route. Geminis. We have Temperance. We have Two of Wands. We have Ace of Swords. And we have the High Priestess in the reverse. Okay, so Temperance is Sag energy, and we have a sense of peace coming in. And maybe it's peace coming in for both halves of, the Gemini twins. With that Two of Wands, it's like I have peace about the fact that I hold my future in my hands. I know I will figure out what the next step is. I'm not pressured. I'm not rushed. But I wait for the clarity where both halves of myself say, yes, this is it. With that Ace of Swords and the High Priestess, I think Gemini is saying, I will know exactly which direction to go and exactly when to go. It will become clear. And until I am certain, I will just pause and I will comfortably. This is not like I'm delayed and I'm stressing and I need to figure it out. This is, I can go ahead and I can make the choice when I know that the choice is there in front of me. Slave Princess, great to see you. Six of Wands. There is this massive, success. There is this massive, like, I'm waiting for the thing that I can see is going to be like, this is right for me. This is where I will have my greatest success. I will feel very confident. Can I ask what this is about, though? Because I'm not sure, other than, it's going to be crystal clear to Gemini. We can see that. Eight of Pentacles. So this could be work related, just because of the Pentacles there, but it's something that either Gemini has been focusing on. Eight of Wands. They've been working on preparing to say these things, to take this action, to go this direction. It almost feels like we have like a buildup of like, my throat chakra. I'm wondering when I should say this. I know I'll find the right moment. We have a Knight of Cups in the reverse. We have the Hierophant upright. We have the Ten of Swords. So Gemini has been saying, I know that I will be letting go of something. I know that, because I think Gemini's done with something. I think they're over something. The fun has run out. They've been ready to go for a while. There is some kind of, when it's the right moment to tell somebody that, I'm actually going to be leaving. I've had this awakening and I know that I belong someplace else. It's just a matter of, when do I do this? It's not a question of if, it's only a question of when should I do this? When should I go? We have the Emperor upright. Yeah, this is going to be Gemini taking full on like responsibility. I'm doing something so different in my life. I'm going to be taking off. Now, I would say though, this whole story might be somebody who's taken this direct action toward Gemini. They could be an Emperor. This could be somebody who wants to marry Gemini. This could be possibly an Aries, possibly a Taurus. Ace of Wands is definitely this passion and this power and this decision to move forward. I know there's something here, and I know I said this a lot because Gemini is the twins, but I know I use two vastly different decks. So we have much lighter and then we have much darker, intense tone colors. But this keeps feeling almost like we are telling two stories at once. Like Gemini maybe is the one who's not exactly waiting, but they're saying, I am comfortable being at the crossroads because I know in my future, let me look closer at that crystal ball. I know in my future something wonderful is going to happen, but maybe it's that this person is going to be the wonderful thing that happens. Because it did seem like Gemini was patiently waiting until they saw what it's supposed to be. 10 of Swords again, to clarify that crystal ball. Something is going to be ending. Judgment. Okay, so that just kind of answered something big there. So Gemini has been in a head or heart space where they're saying, I've actually been waiting for the person who needs to end things to come my way. Now that person could be a Scorpio, and I'm going to say that is them over here. And I think because of that crystal ball, this isn't what Gemini is going to be doing. This is what that Emperor, or like I said, maybe a Scorpio, maybe a Taurus masculine has been preparing to do. And I think Gemini has known this in their subconscious. I feel like there is a reason my life is kind of poised or paused right here for just this moment. I am waiting in stillness for what I know is coming in, or I'll know it when I see it. I'll know why I've been paused in stillness, because I have a very strong suspicion there's something brewing that is a big ending followed by a big, we'll say, next chapter or reconciliation. And I want to say, I think Gemini knows who this is. I'm not sure. I mean, with the High Priestess in the reverse, it would say that Gemini is saying, like, I know this, even though I don't have the facts. Let me just get one last card here. Universe, do you want to say anything to Gemini? Because it does seem like Gemini is saying, I know what somebody else is going to do. 6 of Swords and 7 of Cups. You know, I always do like that kind of a message when, you know, we never know what somebody else will do. So best to keep our peace, best to listen to our, guides, our angels, to keep moving forward in life, and know that until somebody does something, there's no guarantees, right? So to not spend time, good or bad, feeling like we are holding our breath for anything. We're not holding our breath for anything. And I do think that's a great message, because I'm not saying Taurus was like sitting around, thumbing their nose, picking boogers. I'm just saying that that's not actually true. Gemini doesn't wait for anything. And I do like that from the universe saying, oh, Gemini, just keep focusing on, the vast array of things that you might want in your life. Keep moving forward, because it doesn't, what somebody else will do, if they're the ones who have to take action, don't give them another thought. Until they've done the thing, until they've come into your life, you aren't really waiting on them. Even if you sense it's coming, it still doesn't mean that anything in your life is delayed in any way, shape, or form. And I think that that's just a nice, invigorating thing. I think it's tough for a character to be an empath, because it's like, but I can feel this is coming. And it's like, yes, but the empath doesn't have the direct data of is it going to be on Tuesday, or is it going to be 3 years from now? Is it going to be in 7 seconds, or is it going to be, in a week? And I think that's the part where it can be frustrating. So I like the fact that the universe is like, no, there's no waiting. All right, next up, we'll go to Aquarius. Also, let me just recap first. So I did a full-length video for Virgo, for Libra, for Leo, and for Taurus. So you'll find those in their respective playlists. But then in this video, I just did Capricorn, which is what we started with. Then Scorpio at 527. Pisces at 1153, Gemini at 2018, and now we will get to Aquarius coming in at 2825. Hi, Lillian. Nice to see you, Angel. All right, here we go. Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius? We have the Fool. We have the 3 of Pentacles. We have Justice sideways, which is Libra energy. And then we have High Priestess. So we are rocking some Virgo, some Pisces, some Cancer, and we started out with some Aries. Big old leap forward. This feels like it's incoming, but I don't know why we have the Judgment card sideways. This could be super, super positive. Whomever this is, though, it feels like somebody says, I would rather be a part of this group. So I'm willing to jump on in and throw my lot in with somebody else, because this feels so much better. I just feel like I know this will work. I feel like this is the bond I want to form. But why the Justice sideways? It's the one thing that either could be good or could be bad. Hi, Aquapura. We have King of Wands upright. This could be, because I'm hearing that song by the Smiths, For Once in My Life, Let Me Get What I Want. Lord knows it would be the first time. So please, please, please let me get what I want this time. It's a really nice song. It's very pretty, but it's very much like, a plea to the universe. Like, please let me have this just at one time, That's how that comes across to me, especially with King of Wands, Emperor. It's almost like somebody saying, I'll take either role I can get, but please, can this finally be the thing that settles all of the times that I didn't get something fair and just? Could this be the turning point in my life? I don't know that I think that this is Aquarius, because we don't have Aquarius anywhere here. We've got pretty strong on the Aries. But we have 0 Aquarius. And I'm just wondering if this is somebody else's plea. Who is Aquarius in this? Let's ask that. 5 of Wands. Aquarius is wondering what this person wants with them. Strength card. Okay, so Aquarius keeps coming out as power animals, by the way. So Aquarius may have a very, I think wolves are so amazing. I think bears are amazing too, a little scarier. But wolves are, I don't know, there's something, I guess I like dogs. So of course, wolves in particular are, brethren to that. So of course, I like wolves, and I think they're, I don't know, I've seen a lot of wolves that I was just so magnetized by. So I would just say that there's something very beautiful, a little bit wild, very intuitive about Aquarius, but it's just interesting to see them at this point where they're sensing that somebody wants something from them, almost feeling somebody's energy, reaching for them. And I would argue that's exactly what we've got, because it feels like somebody's sending up little silent prayers, please, 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 can I get, if I took this leap, could I insinuate myself into Aquarius's life, into Aquarius's world? Could I have some of the life that they have? Would they let me be there? Could I date them or marry them? It feels like somebody just wants, they're looking at Aquarius like Aquarius is their new beginning and their turn of fortune, and the thing that would make their life finally feel like, it's on the right path. With the Hermit here especially, I'm going to say this is somebody who's been alone for a long time. Could be a Virgo. Let's change decks. Aquarius, are you aware that this person seems to have a hunger for you? 5 of Wands. Again, we keep seeing Aquarius with the 5 of Wands. They're I think I'm trying to figure out what the signals are that somebody is giving me. So Aquarius thinks about this person a lot. Aquarius, do you want them? We have the King of Wands sideways. Aquarius does not know. They don't know enough about this person. We see them saying I want to be this King of Wands to Aquarius, but Aquarius is I don't know. Are they my person? Are they, I don't know. 3 of Swords sideways. Aquarius may think that this person has some real scars, some wounds. They might have gotten, a little bit of a wind of that. Not that that's a bad thing, but just they may have recognized some of that. And I think that they're spot on, because this person is kind of hanging their hopes and dreams a little bit on just for once, if this could go right. I've been alone a long time. If only just for once this could go right. I think this person has a lot of desire, and they want to be somebody wonderful in Aquarius's eyes. And I think that that's a really beautiful thing. I think Aquarius does not have a poor opinion of this person, but does think that they might be a wounded soul. I still don't know. Does that mean that Aquarius would like or does like this character? Ace of Swords. I think Aquarius very intuitively understands a lot about this person already. just because we have, I know it's not the white flag, of surrender, but I almost feel like Aquarius, because finally we really see Aquarius here, using their best energy, that sword energy, the air energy. And it's like, I am very clear on the fact that I think this person probably is going to have pure intentions toward me, and I'm never going to lie to them. I'll always be straightforward. I'm not going to lead somebody on, especially if I think they might have been wounded. I'm not going to do that to anybody. Always be honest with them. I mean, you should always be honest with everybody, no matter how much honesty hurts. So much better. Let people get on with their lives. Be honest if you don't want them, so they can move on to somebody who does want them. Be honest if you do love them, so if they love you too, you don't waste time. But I think Aquarius is saying, I have a feeling this person is going to be straightforward with them. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't figure out what they want. I don't know them well enough yet to know if this could go anywhere, but I would be willing to be really honest with this person. I kind of think that has a lot of hope, that it's like, obviously I would say Aquarius is interested in finding out what this might mean, but they're not trying to paint a fairy tale, which is also, I think, really good. So kind of nice, because I think that this is just going to have to go one step at a time. But if this individual is really wanting to be that King of Wands, man, they're probably really going to show their heart to Aquarius. They're probably really going to treat Aquarius very well. So that could be really, really lovely, really, really precious, and really nice for Aquarius. All right, next up, Sagittarius. Here we go, coming in at 3551. Whoops. Okay, Saggies, here we go. Sag, what do we have? And we've got a Five of Cups in the reverse and the Fool upright. Five of Cups in the reverse is no more sadness. The Fool is that leap forward. But we do have a mouse there, which can represent, the little worrisome things that nibble at the corners of our mind. Queen of Cups, Four of Pentacles in the reverse. I kind of think somebody says, I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to wing it. I'm just going to put my heart out there. I'm just going to go out and say what I need to say. I'm going to get this off my chest. You see this chicken with like this huge rounded, chest. Like, I'm just here to go ahead and express. Three of Swords is in the reverse. A lot of this is starting to look like I'm not even afraid to get my heart broken. I'm just going to go for it. Okay, hang on. Let's change decks and say, Sag, who are you? Are you the one taking this big leap, or is there some water sign coming towards you, or Aries? Boy, I feel like the Fool card comes out continually tonight, no matter what decks I pull from. It feels like there is this energy of, I want to like Geronimo toward the things that matter to me, the things that are beautiful. I feel like that has been a continuing theme throughout the videos I posted today, where there's just a lot of Fool energy, almost like all of our characters are saying, I need to do things different, and I need to do them better, and I need to do them from the heart, and I need to do them where, like, who cares if I look foolish? Who cares if I look vulnerable? I take that first step and try, to attempt the things that matter, and not worry about looking foolish, What's that song? Is it Billy Joel? I have been a fool for lesser things. I want you so bad, and I think you ought to know that I intend to hold you for the longest time. Yeah. It does feel like somebody wants to take that leap. Now, I'm guessing that would be our Sag, because I said, Sag, who are you in this? The only thing is, this person is taking down their mask, and we're looking at them, which makes me think it's not Sag. Sag is saying, I'm realizing this person is going to take this jump toward me. Ace of Swords. Definitely somebody's taken action in all this. And with the Fool twice, maybe it's that Sag is like, I'm ready to leap too. I do it also. We have some more mask wearing, but with the Nine of Coins, I think what this is Sag is saying, if they make this jump toward me, I'm going to jump toward them as well. I feel confident enough to do that. If they make a move in my way, I will be just as straightforward with them. I kind of think that this is, even though I know one person still has a mask on, I think this is Sag saying, if somebody really makes a move toward me, yes, I will reciprocate. That's how this feels. Is this about love? Three of Coins. Possibly better than that. It could be love, friendship, connection. Page of Swords. It's like I would start trying to build something, and then I would pay attention to how it feels like it's going. And I would get to know a lot about them and see where this thing could blossom. I think the potential for great love is here. I think that it's not known yet if it would be, but boy, they'd be attentive to like learning about each other and, you know, picking up on what's going on. Oh, we're on Sag right now, babe. As soon as I'm done with Sag, I'll do a little recap of the timestamps for you guys, and I'll officially write them and timestamp them at the end of this in the description box. We've got the Knight of Cups. This is definitely something that has a potential to go to full-on love, and they could be a water sign, or like I said, an Aries. Final message on this. Is this happening? Because it said that it was with that very first, you know, Fool that we had, the Devil, the Empress. This could start with two people texting each other. One person could be trying to write something and then no, delete, delete, delete. And I feel like it's the message that comes through, and it could be a text first, maybe email. Could be something that is very respectful, though, very much like, I want Sag to know that I see them like in this amazing way. Now, if there's any fear or anything, maybe there's a taboo, maybe this is like a boss employee situation, or, you know, business owner to business owner. It could be something like that. There's definitely nervousness, but I think everything in life has fear and nervousness when, you know, you don't know if the other person feels the same way. You know, obviously, you know, rejection is hard. It's hard no matter what. It's painful no matter what, and yet it's a part of life that we have to handle, and we will, and we'll survive it, you know. But it doesn't look like there's going to be rejection here. It looks like these two are like very much on the same page, but somebody's got to make the move first. And I just kind of think it's going to be them first, because they seem pretty geared up for it. And like, I'm not even going to worry. I'm not going to hold back. It might be because they know that there's like a really lovely energy to just the way Sag operates. You know, sometimes you already know that somebody's not going to be rude to you or nasty to you. So there's not any big fear, you know, of what they might say, how they might handle something, you know. All right. So before I get into Aries, let me just recap. So Capricorn we started with, then we went to Scorpio at 527, then Pisces at 1153, Gemini at 2018, Aquarius at 2825, Sagittarius began at 3551, and now we're on to Aries. And then if you guys are looking for Virgo, Libra, Taurus, or Leo, I put out separate videos for those ones. I was going to do a few more, but the videos aren't processing again. So let's just do everybody else's tonight right here. All right. So Aries, here we go. Actually, I should re-timestamp that. All right. So here we go, my Aries. What do we have for our Aries? I always say my Aries because that's always what I call my puppy. His name is Aries. We have King of Cups. We have a Five of Wands. We have a Five of Swords. You know what's so crazy? I know this deck so well, and so it's weird for me to look at it, and first what I saw was the Tower, like a collapse, and I'm like, that's not the Tower card in this deck. And I think it's just because I was like merging the two images with my vision here, because, you know, we have the lightning strikes oftentimes on the Tower card, but it feels like we have somebody who, there's all this love, and then everything gets confusing, and then there's a big old fight. So I don't know if somebody's not managing their emotions very well, so it just winds up being like this flood of feeling. We have the Death and Rebirth, and it's sideways, a Scorpio energy. Something's not over, but somebody doesn't want it to be over. But there's definitely conflict here. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is a kind of no efforts being put in to resolve things, even though, let me ask who Aries is. Is Aries the one who's really open to like, man, it'd be great if we could resolve stuff? There's the deck I want. Who is Aries in this? Four of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. Well, Aries seems to be, on one hand, somebody that is really holding back and might actually be trying to like move on to a different avenue. So this could be that Aries is the one saying, really not interested. So one person could be ready to be done with this and the other one still wants to hang on to it. And it might be Aries who's putting in zero energy. Aries could have been the one who walked away if there was a fight, if there was hard feelings, if there was pain. Aries could have been the one that bounced. Because this says Aries is holding back. And I just feel like they're actually happy for doing that. I don't see Aries turning around and wanting to reconnect with this person. Okay, so why is this even showing up for Aries? Ooh. Justice in the reverse, Knight of Pentacles upright, because I almost think it says, and this could have been a long time coming, but it feels like maybe Aries needed to move on from this for a while, and this is them getting their justice. This is finally things are set right. Aries is actually happier now that they finally left. That is how this comes across. And I almost think that things are going to open up. You see, it's like Moses parting the Red Sea here. It's almost like everything is going to, like doors are going to swing open. Happiness is going to happen. Like, I almost think that this is one of those stories where somebody was not nice to Aries for a long freaking time. I don't know if they were just a horrendously difficult person to be with and be around. I don't know if they tried to be difficult or if it's just by nature they always were. But I mean, 2 5s, that's a lot of conflict. And the fact that they still always thought maybe they could reel Aries back in, but they can't. They couldn't. They're not. I think this is how Aries is setting things right. And maybe it's just a heads up that Aries, they did love Aries. This person did love Aries. One more card on them. The Fool. We cannot get enough of the Fool tonight. I feel like this person had a habit of arguing, fighting, saying rude things, then like lots and lots of lovey-dovey. But I think that they would run back to Aries in a heartbeat. I think they never thought it would be over. But I do think this time they lost Aries. Now in this storyline, they're playing the role, even though we have a king here, we also have a feminine energy. I'm wondering if this person was possibly a masculine, but really wanted to be told, reassured, you know, they were in the feminine energy of like, I want you to gravitate toward me, even if I'm fighting with you. I always want you to come back. Like that's how this feels. And I think that kind of back and forth yo-yo energy of like, I'm projecting that I'm, you know, pulling you in with a gravitational pull. It feels like that was too much of that. And then Aries got done with it. That's what I would say. Aries was patient for a long time, but that's no good from what I can tell. I don't see Aries taking somebody's hot and cold behavior, fighting, but loving, but fighting, but loving. It just doesn't seem like that was something that Aries wanted. So I do see them moving on. And it's just like, hey, Aries, if Aries didn't know this, they wish that they still had Aries. They would go back to Aries like that. All right. And then let's go to Ophiuchus and Cancer. We're going to end with those two, but let me just recap one more time. Capricorn was at 105. Scorpio was 527. Pisces is 1153. Gemini is 2018. Aquarius was 2825. Sag was 3551. Aries was 4230. And now we'll do Ophiuchus. Coming in, Electro Beat, you sweetheart. Thank you so much. Oh my God, you were so kind. And hi, Squish Fish. Crypto Sugar, it's a pleasure to see you. And thank you so much, Electro Beats. All right, Ophiuchus, here we go. 48, 58. I can't talk. Ophiuchus, my dears, let's go ahead and jump on in. What do we have for Ophiuchus? We have Princess of Cups upright, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, Six of Wands upright. This, I know, this is a Page of Cups. So normally we would say, oh, it's, a new love, a new, emotional interest or an apology. But this is a little different because she's at Oktoberfest carrying her beer steins and wants to hop through this portal. So it's a little bit of a different energy on this. And with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, it says, I'm done waiting. I'm totally ready to do this. I feel like we may have possibly an Ophiuchus feminine who is maybe had some liquid courage, maybe is about to, I'm sorry, I'm hearing Shorty have those boots with the fur, those apple bottom jeans and boots with the fur, The whole club was looking at her. Love that song so much. That feels like either somebody is unafraid to be seen by the whole club or seen doing the thing that they want to try to do. And they feel really like this could be somebody ready to go for that job, ready to, put their talent to the test. I doubt they're having a few swigs of beer before they go to a job interview. Probably not a good idea, but let's just say there's lots of ways that we can give ourselves courage. It doesn't have to be beer. Beer is so gross. I'm sorry. I don't know how people drink it, but we definitely see this energy of, I think I got this. I'm done waiting for my shot. I'm going to go out and make my shot. I'm going to go out and try to do my best because I think I can do this. We have Ace of Pentacles. It's going to change Ophiuchus's world. What is this? It feels very exciting. It feels very positive. Ooh, Two of Cups. Okay. Could be the energy of, I want to connect to somebody. My soulmate, my Two of Cups person. We have Princess of Swords. It could be that Ophiuchus is ready to go ask somebody out. It could be, because this can be about choices, but this can also be about love. That Princess of Swords, I've thought about this for a long time. I think that this is going to be right. Maybe Ophiuchus is about to make a romantic overture to someone. I mean, truth be told, this entire story, of course, could be flipped. This could be somebody else about to make a romantic overture toward Ophiuchus. That always really feels like a marriage, like a wedding to me. Four of Cups. Look, if this is something as big as like, I want to propose, it is going to be very unexpected. This feels like it's coming out of left field. This feels like there has been nothing but like empty bowls. And now here comes this huge offer. Queen of Cups. Yeah, I went from a Page of Cups to the Queen of Cups real fast. We dialed this up to 11. I don't know that I think that this is Ophiuchus at all. This is somebody who's sure, though, about the leap that they want to take. And this is going to be it. I'm putting all my money where my mouth is. This is what I really want. I guess, we don't have to read the Two of Cups like it's love necessarily, but I feel like that's going to be a component of it. It could be I'm going after that job that I want. And, if I get that transfer or if I get that position, I know it's going to change my life. And that's how I'll also meet my Two of Cups. But that's a lot of projecting down into the future, whereas everything our character is doing is taking the big step to do the thing that they believe they can do. That's why, I don't know. I think this is somebody actually, if it's about love, they're going up to the person that they want and it's going to shock that person. But it's a big, big, big love offer. I just don't know. Let me ask, who is Ophiuchus in this? Let's go with this deck. Who is Ophiuchus in this? Are they the ones doing this? Hi, Savita. Two of Pentacles. Well, Ophiuchus wouldn't be our lead character because our lead character is certain and Ophiuchus is over here not certain at all. Seven of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Both of those are cards of like, any way the wind goes. I'm not so sure yet. I'm, maybe not. I'm thinking And I don't know what my answer is going to be. If that did happen, I don't know what I would think. I would have to wait until I cross that bridge. So this isn't Ophiuchus. The person coming in with this huge offer is not Ophiuchus, because Ophiuchus is uncertain about all this, uncertain about how they'll even react. The Tower. If anything, Ophiuchus is like, honestly, it would shiver me timbers if that happened. I would be stunned. I would be, I don't, what would I even think about that? I mean, of course, it would be a shock. We have the Chariot. I don't know. Ophiuchus might be like, I might want to run away. Beam me up, Scotty. Get me out of here. I don't even know. That would be too surreal. That would be too surreal if that happened. So all I can say is in this storyline, look, I don't think Ophiuchus will run away if somebody comes forth and does this very shocking, surprising, unthinkable, maybe this is somebody who's going to travel to get to Ophiuchus with that, Ace of Pentacles and be like, that's it. The die is cast. I have uprooted my life. I want this with you, Ophiuchus, because everything here, Ophiuchus is like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. If that happened, you would, totally I might faint. But then I also might run away. I'm not sure. That would be too crazy. This could also be, though, if this person is going to ask Ophiuchus, come with me into my world, Ophiuchus could be like, if they did that, I would go. There is a huge sense of adventure in this whole storyline. There is a huge sense of unexpected, big decisions, stepping through the portal and just going for it. And it could be everything from like laying one's heart on the line. I've thought about this enough. I know what I want. I know it seems crazy that I'm picturing right now, isn't Sheldon Big Bang? Like, I never really watched that show, but I saw, random like clips and episode pieces. But doesn't he like say he'll be right back and like flies to go see Amy and like proposes? Like, that's what's going through my head right now, is like, whoa, that's crazy. And maybe that's why Ophiuchus is like, I can't even picture that going on, and I don't really know what my reaction would be, except I'd either run away or I'd run to them. I'm not sure until it happens, but either way, it would be stunning. So that was definitely an exciting one. All right, and then last but not least, let's do one for Cancer right now here as well. 56. Ooh, Cancer. Some double numbers. Okay, fantastic. Hi, creativity with the double E. I'm sorry. Oh my God, I'm so slow sometimes. Thanks for being here. I'm right back at you, babe. Sorry about my slow moving brain. We have a 10 of Wands. We have the Devil. We have the 6 of Pentacles. We have the Strength card. So strong Leo and Capricorn laying down any kind of obstacle and just looking at things with really raw eyes. Like, I don't care what happened in the past. I don't care. And then I just really want there to be like some kind of balance. And I'm brave enough to just say, I'm scared, but I'm brave enough to do this, because there's fear and there's bravery. If we were just going to look at the major arcana, since that's our most important part, it says, I'm scared, but I'll do it. And the minor is like, I'm just going to let this go and just go for it. I want to give to this, and I hope it wants to give to me. So it does look like somebody's about to do something brave and scary. And I mean, that is really what courage is, right? When we're scared of something, but we do it anyway. Knight of Wands, King of Wands. Ooh. Cancer, is somebody like about to just get on that bony pony and ride? This is definitely an action taker. And we have them, up and away. I feel like somebody, I'm so sorry, but I feel like somebody is getting like in their car and just racing. Hopefully within the speed limit, but just going. And it feels like they could be nervous. like palms sweaty. They could be like, I can't believe I'm doing this, but I have to. And it could be like they leave at midnight or midnight 30 or something. um, because I almost feel like somebody's going to get up out of bed and say, screw it. I don't care. I have to go. I have to be there. I have to take this action up and away. Here I go. Are you driving or are you flying? What are you doing? Moon and the Six of Swords. So I think it's ground transport. But they could be saying, I don't know. I have to see, which is faster, which is better. It keeps feeling like they're going to be traveling like all night and into the next morning. And they're doing it for a reason, right? They want this really badly. Is this Cancerian that they want, or what's the deal here? Because we don't have Cancer here yet, so I'm guessing Cancer is the objective. Nine of Pentacles. Cancer comes across as single, gorgeous, stable. There is a little bit of a forlorn, you see the kind of like the wistful look in her eyes. I mean, she's gorgeous. She's well put together. She's rocking it because she's a Nine of Pentacles. So has really terrific, self-confidence. But at the same time, there's a wistfulness here. There is a bit of like yeah. And with that Aries energy of the Tower, something is, I don't know. I almost think, is this one of those moments where Cancer just kind of gave up on something and then still said, you know what, because I do have self-respect, I surrender this. I'm not hoping for this. I'm letting this go. And is that the moment that somebody goes, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I got to go ahead and do something because Cancer's letting go and I got to get my brave on. I'm hearing that song. I want to see you be brave. Say what you've got to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave. Yeah, we've got the Emperor here as well. So double dose of Aries. I think even if Cancer thought really highly of somebody at one point, I think that Cancer's opinion, because what's collapsing is Cancer's like vision of somebody being an emperor. Even though the Emperor's upright, it's like, yeah, but I don't feel that way anymore. So I do think it's because this person didn't take the action like when they should have. Now, we shouldn't say it that way, though, because this says it's just now time. Maybe this is exactly the point that this storyline had to get to. There had to be, what feels like, okay, it's too late. It's an ending. It's never going to happen. And that's when it's like, wait a minute, I have to take action. Maybe that is the perfect time, is right when Cancer has given up on somebody stepping forward. And that is where they had to get to finally say, I'm losing Cancer. So I can't do that. I'm going to have to take this action. And now I have more bravery than I have fear over this because I got to go. It's time to go. That's the way I would read that storyline. Is I think that this person, I do think Cancer has given up and is just like, doesn't matter, I'm single, doesn't matter, I'm doing my own thing. So I don't think this is going to be something that Cancer sees necessarily, because they just got to that point where they don't picture that person ever taking that step. So, all right, you guys, nice to see everybody. Lorelei, thank you so much from the little heart-shaped island bottom of the land down under. I love that. Lorelei, thank you for being here. Shout out to you in the land down under. Jason Duncan, thank you so much. Right back to you, babe. Thanks, everybody. It's really good to see you tonight. Savita and Squishfish, Creativity, Electro Beats, thank you again, Angel. Crypto Sugar, thank you. Polka Dot Suzanne, wonderful to see you. Aquapura, thank you again. Lillian Tidwell, thanks for popping in, hun. Slay Princess is always nice to hang with you, hun. Sarah J, MJ the Capricorn, Bella B, thank you again, Alicia, on her path. Teresa Audrey Experience, RT, Shell Hamilton, Dwayne Anderson, Angie Leo Queen, Andrew Hamster's dad, welcome Firefly, Victoria Rose Noir. You came in at just the right time for that Capricorn too. And Shauna, welcome, hun. Don't forget, Monday is Members Day, so I will see you members tomorrow. Ariana, thank you, hun. RT, Thanks so much. And Sassy and Annette, really great to hang with you tonight. All right, you guys. Lots of love. I will still post a video that comes out at midnight as well. And Leo, if this other video for you guys processes tonight, I will release another Leo video for you also because I created one. But I send you guys love. Bye.